So I'm going to share the sound. Yeah, I'm going to start sharing. And then your screen will change. Now you can see my Facebook, can't you?
Yeah,
That's cool, isn't it?
it
It's
is
super.
cool. I'm confused. I'm trying to get my head around it.
Basically, so you're looking at my
I'm looking
computer.
at your screen.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So anything I do on here, I'm just like tapping away on Facebook. I'm going to go to Patriots. You can see that I'm in the search bar looking for Patriots Live. Yeah, you can see all that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then the other great thing about Skype is you can do a group call like this. So, excuse me, sorry, it's a terrible bad habit I have. if I if we want to do a tutorial about how to do something on Facebook, in the old days when I was out in France, we had these calls where we got you guys on, and I was saying, okay, do you see this? Do you see that? We'll go up that,
Yes.
click on it. Right? We don't have to do
Yes.
that
Yes.
anymore. If we get on
I
Skype, then I
see.
can just do a
Yes.
demonstration
Yes.
instead of
Yes.
having to. It's
Yes.
like
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I can see
walking
that.
on mute.
Yeah.
It's like the donkey cart compared to a tractor, a Massey Ferguson.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't know
Much
why I didn't
better.
think
Yeah.
of it. Don't know why I didn't think of it before. So this is like we can really share the technology much faster. Share the techniques, get them out there. With
I was thinking it's actually a little bit like somebody you give me a tutorial on brain surgery, but the other one we were doing it over the phone.
hmm yeah,
You
doing
see,
brain surgery over
the
phone.
brain
Imagine that.
surgery
Yeah,
over a mobile phone. Yeah.
you see that grey bit of brain? It's about 2 centimeters up from where your knife should be. Yeah. Well,
There's nothing there. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
no, 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 no. Okay, don't do it on yourself. Come away from the mirror. Come away from the mirror. It's the other K. The other K. The K who's on the stretcher.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer's a bit slow. Right, so let's have a look at these bad boys.
Well, I don't know how bad they are, but it's like it's just I kind of I'm cautious. I know you're wild, but I'm cautious, and it's the snail and the hare, or the tortoise and the hare. Is it
Yeah, somewhere in between is probably the right place to be.
a bit of both? Yeah, maybe.
Uh, so I'm looking at usually if you go into this, if you're a moderator and you go into discussion, then it shows up that there's people that need to be added, but I don't think there is. I'll just check
No,
on the I'll just check on the phone as well.
I was actually trying to move the thing on your screen there. I getting mixed up.
Ah, no problem. No, you're just looking at mine.
Yeah, I could cancel myself.
That just shows how good it is because it's not
Yeah,
blurry and it's
yeah,
not small. It's like
yeah, yeah,
clear.
yeah.
Patriots live. Oh, we've hit 125 members. Okay. So no, there's nobody waiting on member requests at the moment. That's a shame. So they've just like been trigger happy and come on in,
Well,
Colin,
a
come on
big
in.
gang, a big gang came in, and it was a shock because they don't usually come into this one in a big gang.
Hmm. Well,
And
let's
then it
go
was
into
like, yeah,
yeah,
go into the
exactly.
members,
Let's
and
go
you'll see the
members.
last. I know it was 30 something, I think, that appeared, and then when I was looking through them, next minute I went back and they were all gone.
Hmm.
The ones that I was checking out were all gone. So then I realized what happened.
Right. This is where the
No, if you go into have you got have you got moderate? If you go into moderate on the
hmm
Patriots, where's moderate? Yeah,
moderate group here.
if you
Yeah.
go in there, you'll actually see the list. You see them there that
Yes.
actually got
See, you
through.
know as much as I. You know more than I do.
Well, maybe
Okay.
I
So
do. That'd be very strange. You can see that there's a big horde of them there that all
uh huh.
flew in at the same time yesterday. Do you know that kind of thing? And they may be all fine, but I was a bit mystified about
No,
what
it's
they were
good. It's good to
doing.
have a look. So let's take this one. Okay, let's go through this. You approved. Dolores is a bit weird, but anyway, that's a different story. Okay.
Yeah,
Marie
yeah.
Duff. Marie Duff. So I didn't mean to do it that way, right? I meant to do it.
Into
I
a
want to look her
profile.
up. I want to look her up now in the Patriots Live. Let's do it like this. Duplicate. If you hit that, you can quickly get another one up. That's exactly the same page. Okay,
Okay,
well, we'll go into members here on that one, and
okay.
we're going to look
What was that?
for
Sorry, what was that you did to hit to duplicate? I didn't see.
up at the
What?
top. Yeah, when you're on the tab, if you do a right click,
Okay.
It's a Chrome thing. It's not a
Okay, okay.
it's not specific to Facebook.
You get another tab opening with the same thing on it. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I don't know why it's not working now.
Oh, anyway, it
Yeah,
worked.
yeah, it's a right click thing. Okay, sometimes my
Yeah.
right click doesn't work too well. Okay, so Marie Duff. So we're going to look at Marie Duff in the members list because in the members list it should say when she who invited her. We want to know who invited her. You know what?
They were all invited by the same guy. Yeah.
Do you know who that was?
No, no. But you'll find it if you. I can't see it there. He's not somebody I knew. I can't remember when he came in. But I was looking through it. Will it show nearly at all there? Once they're in, it's hard to. He's also.
This is one where I need the phone because the phone gives you more information. I'm going to go into the members list on the phone, and it tells you. Sometimes it tells you who invited them. Peter's Live. Okay, I'm in the members list. Invited. So there she is. Yes, I can see her invited. These people have been invited to join the group but have not accepted yet. They have been approved and are currently in preview mode.
Okay.
Tag Padraig O'Cleary. Would that be who invited her?
I think that's probably it, yeah. And I remember having a look at him, but it didn't. Nothing about him registered with me.
As dodgy?
He's not. No, not as dodgy as anything. It's like he doesn't seem to have a presence. He doesn't comment. He's not locally. I think he might be in Dublin. Yeah, it's Dublin.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we are. Look, Tag Cleary.
Added by Sarah McGuigan.
Are we sure about Sarah McGuigan?
Well, she seems okay.
She's one of these Shinner type people like Shauna Malone.
Probably, yeah.
You know, Shane has been a bit dodgy because Shane was saying the people have spoken, and Colin picked up on that. Remember after the election results came out?
No, I actually didn't. But you see, like, there's none of us pure anything. You know, we're all
exactly. Yeah, I mean,
so
he came out and canvassed with us, and then he says that people have spoken.
Exactly.
Maybe he thinks, maybe he thought we were going to get like 5,000 votes and get Cathal in, and then he's disappointed and thinks, well, fuck.
Well, you see,
Freedom Party's a load of shit.
There's everything. Yeah, there's everything. Goes on in people flying around, and I don't think we need to be purists because, like, I would have voted for Sinn Féin myself up until I think either the gay marriage or the abortion referendum. You know, some of those things I realised
half the people in the Patriot or 3/4 would have voted Sinn Féin in the past. I didn't because I'm from the north and I saw but my father was official, so I mean we're from the Republican family, from the broader Republican.
Yeah, so
family,
it's not
or nationalist family in any case,
Yeah, no, it's not. If somebody looked carefully at my profile now, I'd probably be thrown out.
Exactly, this is what we have to bear in mind. I mean, when we're when we're creating a group, like a core group to discuss things, to discuss strategy, then obviously you don't want like passengers in there, but like possibilities. No. But like earlier days when there was so much risk about being, we can afford to be less cautious now because we're so many of us. You know, who are they going to go for? Who are they going to target? They don't. You know, they've obviously they're regrouping. They don't know where to. They don't know where to start. There's so many, what are they going to do? So that's good. I mean, and there's going to be less and less of that. There's going to be less and less need for that as time goes on, as we grow. I mean, we're definitely talking about 20,000 people in the country, because the Irish Freedom Party stood in a quarter of the constituencies, let's say, and we got 5,000 votes, 6,000 votes, or whatever. And the same with the National Party, they stood in another 10.
And to be honest, those numbers, knowing our experience in Drogheda and Dundalk, we only got to a tiny fraction of people.
Exactly.
I think it's bigger than that. I really think it's bigger than that.
No, but I mean, there's 10.
There wasn't a lot of publicity.
There's 20,000 people who know about us and are willing to vote for us. Yeah, that's us. Let's call us the Patriots. Yeah, the true nationalists. Yeah. There are 20,000. At least true nationalists who know about us, who know about our parties, okay, and are willing to vote for us, and that has been proven in the election. So we got to bear that in mind. We are 20,000 people, and where are they going to start with 20,000 people? Where are they going to start targeting 20? Okay, they'll probably go more for the leaders, but they go for obviously they go for the party leaders. They are going for the party leaders, but then the next level down,
picking off trying to cut off Gemma Doherty and things like
Well,
that. You know.
she's a party leader. She's a party leader. But all they're going to do with the rest of us is shout at us as we go in and out of the meetings.
Yeah.
We're not party leaders. We're the second. We're the sort of like the field or the generals. You know, we're the next level down, or you know the
Well,
advanced
we're their
advanced
neighbor.
activists.
We're their neighbors, and we shop in their shops or whatever it is too. We're just.
And this is the
we're
other
just,
thing as well. They don't
you
do
know,
it. See, they didn't come near us in when we were in Dundalk. It's okay to jump on a bus and go down to Dublin and make a complete
Exactly.
asshole of yourself.
Yeah,
But they're not going to do it in their own town with
They
their
didn't.
mothers
No.
and aunties and
No.
brothers, sisters, and cousins around the place. And embarrass the whole family. So
Yeah.
so this is we're hitting them in the homelands, in their heartlands. Go and knock on the door next door to them. See what they're going to do then. Yeah, see if they're going to come out. Well, yeah, you know what I
In
mean.
their
So it takes a lot more. It takes a lot more for them to be the big lad, you know, in their own turf. It's okay to put on a mask and go down
on their own. Yeah, on their
Yeah.
own. Yeah, what'll they
Yeah.
actually say? Yeah.
Exactly, with the mask off and surrounded by their public. So that's good. Okay, so what were we doing then? We were going to look at this guy Tig.
Tig something
Yes.
Cleary. Tig Cleary.
Uh huh.
Shauna Malone seems to be a friend. Yeah, I see that there. Which is Shauna related to Shane Malone? I wonder.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
I assume so. I think Shauna came out and canvassed with us, didn't
I
she?
think she did. Well, she's involved. You know, she comments. She's in there.
I heard that somebody said it was good. She came out in Dundalk. I'm going to have a look at Sarah McGuigan as well here.
She seems to be okay too.
Have you looked at her?
No, but I know she's commenting on stuff and
Yeah.
she's involved in the discussions. Yeah.
Sorry, Sarah McGuigan.
Sarah McGuigan. Yeah. You see, some people are very. What would you call it? They have different attitudes to Facebook and they like to do this. They have thousands of friends and they like to invite everybody to join everything. Some of those people
that's great.
that I looked at yesterday, they were on something like, they were on huge numbers of groups and things.
Uh-huh.
Huge numbers. No, it's just that the groups weren't anything to do with anything. Do you know that kind of thing? They were to do with travellers buy and sell items and stuff. Whatever this thing about travellers buy and sell was, I don't know.
There's a separate travellers buy and sell community, is there?
Well, that disappeared on me then. I was looking through them, you see, when they disappeared.
Yeah, so you didn't get too far with
a lot
that.
of them had that stuff in their likes and that. They had a lot of it all seemed to be about as if they were all traipsing around to these buy and sell markets or stuff. I don't know what it was. I couldn't figure out, but there was travellers buy and sell stuff going on, but I couldn't figure out what's really all these Waterford people. I was actually wondering, do we need them in Loud? Is that an addition or is it just cluttering the thing up with? And maybe there's loads of space, but if you remember, Connor, we had our original clash because you pulled me away from the group, the Patriots Ireland or National Patriots, group, and said, get out there to the plantation and look after Loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. And there was only a handful. And it was like, I'm not saying I've done, there are a lot of people in it that aren't Loud people. I was trying to keep it very much about Loud and Loud Nation and, and I know various other people have been thrown in, generally not by me, but possibly by you, and that's fine. A lot of them are kind of, there's what you call her, Jenny. She's from Balbriggan. She's one of Gemma O'Doherty's supporters, and there's a lot of people that would be Gemma O'Doherty's or other. And I'm fine with that.
That's
too,
fine, of course. It's a pan-nationalist. It's a pan-nationalist.
Exactly, but when it gets
exclusive to the Irish Freedom Party,
you're pulling in a whole lot of people that are just about buy and sell or something. I'm not sure. Is it, is that the way to go? That's probably where I was stuck with the list. I was wondering, well, do you just pull them all in because they don't look to be, And I did say that to Karen last night. I was talking to her. I was saying she was talking about, because I was talking about the buy and sell stuff. And I said, it's not serious. She was worried she had made a big, I said, it's not really serious. I said, if they do come along and they're trying to sell furniture on the Patriots, well, I said, we just don't approve the post.
Exactly. Yeah.
But at the same time, we don't have to do anything with them. They're not they're not criminals or anything, but
No,
you know,
of course not.
but I don't, anyway.
Um. Yeah, and the other thing is like now that we are 20,000 people at least across the country, people can't just dismiss this as like a bunch of crackpots. And if people know there's 20,000 of us and they see strong arguments being made, we can actually change people's minds. Obviously we're not going to change the party machinery of Sinn Féin,
No,
or dyed in the wool NGO stroke Antifa types. Yeah, we're not going to change their minds, but the more the levels you go down away from those people, the people that might have gone to their marches or people that might have voted Sinn Féin in the past,
well,
if you look at this,
maybe
we
this
can
is.
change their minds. We can
Yeah,
change their
I
minds
mean,
with strong
maybe this is
arguments.
just like me and you. This is a conversation I need to have. Maybe you need to have. Maybe, in other words, well, the plan then was okay, get in there and get on with looking after loud patriots and
Hmm.
sort of make it work kind of thing. And now the question is, has that changed? Is that, is the Patriots Loud group, is it, what is it? Is it just
No, it's
like,
still a bit loud. No, no, no. Let's sure. Kay, you're aware that there is a one for every different part of the
I
world
know
of
that,
Ireland.
but that's why I'm saying maybe some of those people should be down in Patriots Waterford or something.
Yeah, well, we can get them moved down. Now, if we ever get to the situation where there's more
But
people
as
from
it
outside,
is, that
listen,
fella
hang
is.
on.
Yeah, go on, go on. Did you even
Uh,
find out where that fella Cleary's
uh,
from? He's from Dublin, I think. Well,
yeah,
he's
give me a
in
second.
Dublin, but he's from down the
Hang on,
country.
Kay, 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 Kay.
I
Let me
know.
just get the second part of the point out. Okay, I'm saying if I've forgotten it now. Hang on, what was I saying? Because it's important. If we get to the point where the number of live people is being overwhelmed, it's a bit like Ireland,
Well, they are actually, to be honest.
You think there's more from outside Louth than are in it?
I do,
Okay,
absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
okay, hang on a minute. I'm not talking about. There might be more of the members, right? But if the conversation is going away from Louth, if the conversation themes are not about Louth, and people are starting to talk about details of Waterford or details of Galway, then or getting into a big conversation about international multiculturalism, then this is not the place to be doing it. There are other places to do that. So it hasn't. We can deal with that. We can nip that in the bud whenever it happens. The important thing is that the focus of this group is Louth, and if people from Waterford want to, they might have a link with Louth. Maybe the travellers
Well,
are
this
from
guy
a
invited
Louth
them.
family. Hmm?
This guy invited them. That seemed to be the link.
Yeah.
Cleary fella, and he may have a link with Loud, but he's in Dublin, and I have a feeling they all seem to have maybe gone to some kind of courses, schools or colleges down that part of the
Okay.
country.
Okay. The only reason to take somebody out these days or to stop somebody coming in is if they're obviously Antifa, NGO, or obviously Sinn Féin machinery or leftist
Okay.
machinery. That's the only reason to stop somebody coming in. We let
Okay.
everybody else in. Now we're not going to target the whole people from Waterford, right? We're going to ask people to add. We're going in a minute. Look, we don't want to try and do everything at the one time because right now we're trying to get people talking to each other and get a social sorted out in Louth, right? But once we get that out of the way, then we're going to ask people to add, to grow the group by adding people that they know from Louth or have an interest in Louth or who are working Louth, okay? But that's we want to get the group. The group is big enough. There's enough people in the group in all these groups for them to start meeting up. That's more important to get started up, to get the meeting up started up, okay? Now, once that's started up, then we can ask them to grow the group, right? Because we want to get that meet up. The important thing is to have 500 people on the ground meeting up regularly. That's the important thing. Okay, so the size, anything that happens in the Facebook group is secondary to that. So if there's like 500 people from Louth in the group and 1,000 people from the rest of the country, I don't give a shit in the Facebook group if the end result is that there's 500 people in Louth that are meeting up. So we don't want to give ourselves extra work to try and purify the group up if we get to the same place anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. So let's not worry too much about people coming in from outside the group. We're not going to waste time looking for people to come in from outside the group. If it starts to become a problem that they start to drag the conversation away to Waterford or talk about things that happening in Cork, then we just nip it in the bud because we're the moderators. We can stop we can not approve the posts. We can have a word on the side with the people, and if it keeps going, then we just remove them. Yeah, but we don't want to be making extra work for ourselves. And actually, it looks good to the outside world to have a big group. You know,
Yeah, yeah, I know,
you
I know.
nearly take the extra five if they were just going to sit there and listen and watch, and maybe they'll figure out that they need to be doing the same thing in their own counties, and then they'll join. They'll search for every now and again we'll put in about there's a county group like this for all the counties, and then give a list of them, and people go, oh, okay, that's great. Well, I'll go and participate in that other one. Thanks for I didn't know. So
Yeah,
it's all good. If there's like genuine nationalist people or people who can be who are saleable or can be brought swung over to nationalism, let them in. Let them in. Don't target them. Don't go out of our way to target them. We want to target
no,
Louth, but the conversation is going to be about Louth. Everybody knows the title is Patriots Louth, so we have no problem for like saying to somebody. We have no moral issue with saying to somebody, private message, or even on thing like we want to keep this Louth. We just moderate it and keep it Louth. Let whoever the fuck wants to come in, as long as they're not agent provocateurs, right? And we're
mm,
at the size now where they can't really do much. The only thing I'm worried about is like if a whole load of them swarm in and then try and get the thing shut down. So that's what we have to be aware of. But
mm.
they're not organized enough that they would have like 30 people who are all who've the 30 profiles that have all managed to look like patriots. Coming in.
Well, none of them look like patriots,
Yeah, but I mean,
which is
yeah,
all right, which is
yeah,
fine.
okay.
They look harmless, probably. Yeah.
Anyway, let's give it a go. Let's have a look. We're still going to have a look at them. We're still
Mm.
going to have a look at them. Okay. So let me close that down. So where were we?
We're
Uh,
looking at Sarah McGuigan. She's okay. Ty Cleary.
Sarah McGuigan.
She seems to be sound.
Yeah, I mean, she's looking at Q type stuff or New World Order type stuff, and sharing it, and she's aware of Rothschild's mafia, and those sorts of currents of current, what's going on in the world.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's cool, and then she added Tag, isn't that right? Okay,
That's right. Yeah.
and he's good. He's mutual friends with all these people who are good people.
That's right. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
he's
yeah. I don't know
LIS.
JJ Quinn. Do you know JJ Quinn?
No, no.
Right. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do you
So what do you?
recognize something?
No, I'm just looking at the posts. The posts are all good, but I like to go back a fair way. But it's
Yeah.
difficult to do on this computer. I usually go back a
Yeah.
year
To see is it consistent? Yeah.
to 31st of December. Mind you, I was doing that in the middle of last year. Maybe I don't need to go back quite that far, but it's 31st of
No,
December 2018 is I was going back to that.
I
And
know.
so,
Well, the
and
thing
then
is,
you think these
people are
people,
changing all the time. My Facebook looks different a year ago. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
But you want to see if there's any
no, it
like
looks
I love
fairly. It
Antifa.
looks fairly. Yeah. What did you say? I love Antifa.
You want to see if there's any I love Antifa posts
Or
back in at the
there's
start of 2019.
there's a bit of Antifa there. Just you passed by.
Uh,
Sinn Féin
yeah, that's the
online shop
badge.
sells
That's the badge,
anti-badge
and that's the
badges.
badge and
Yeah, we've
seal.
seen that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks fairly
No,
legit. He's there's
he's
the
legit as they
Holocaust.
come. This guy's legit as they come. Where does the only
Yeah.
thing is he lives in Dublin.
He
Uh,
lives in Dublin from Galway. It says.
I'm gonna add him, and then you see, this is what we can do as well. We can try and direct him to the right place.
Well, he just threw it out maybe to a pile of his friends.
I'm not on his. Yeah, if I was friends with him, I would just say there's a Dublin group as well. I'm just gonna send him a message. He probably right. Uh,
They're down to be seem to be down more Tipperary or Waterdown the country.
okay, so this is important. Watch what I'm doing here because I want you to see how to throw the right group out to people. Group for Dublin as well. Please join. So you can actually type this out without knowing the link because they all have the same format. You do facebook.com, then you do groups, yeah, and then you do a / or a backslash. It doesn't really matter.
Oh my God.
But just look once you've
Yeah,
done
I'm trying
it.
to imagine what I'm doing because I'm still not on the screen. So you're going into his. You've asked him to be a friend, but you're sending him a message.
I've asked him to be a friend, but I can still send him a message anyway. Yeah, please
Yeah.
join Facebook and then Patriots. Oh, you see, I created these little links for all the groups. so that you can just easily. It was mainly for me so that I could. I wouldn't have to go and look up the group and what the link was every time I wanted to share the link with somebody. Do you know what I mean? I can just
Yeah.
type it in. I can just type it in like that, and they all have the same format. So, how would you do Patriots Live? How would you type out Patriots Live? Just tell me what you would type.
Facebook.com/groups/Patriots Loud.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
No spaces anywhere.
No spaces, and you don't worry. Well, I put the capitals in to help me to break it up a wee bit, but you don't have to. The capitals aren't important, and it's not important whether it's backslash or forward slash.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Facebook.com.
Like, I'm going to change that one to backslash just to prove a point. Yeah. So backslash or forward slash doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, frig. Okay, so he's now got. He now knows where to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in a nasty sense, but in a good sense. Okay, so he's cool, right? And so we were looking at we were in the Patriots Live. This is, you see, you taught me something here that I didn't know about. I didn't know how to get to the. I never really used this. It can do it on the phone.
See the list, to see the list, that whatever you've just put through, yeah.
So we're going to we're going to see if Sarah McGuigan added all these. She probably did. So. But we'll only see them if they're active. I'm going to have to look those up on the phone. So we said Marie Duff.
Yeah.
Look, if you do a bit.
Just check the odd one to see.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Sarah's cool, and the one person we've looked at so far that she's added is cool. So it's not as if she was making a complete hames of the whole thing and adding stupid people. So we're going to look at a few of the ones that Sarah has added, and if they're cool, we're not going to go through every one because we don't need. It's not a secret squirrel group at this stage. As I say, things are very different than if it was a Gemma O'Doherty supporters group that was heavily targeted by infiltrators last year, yeah, then you need to check everybody in detail, yeah, because that page was getting doxed. But who's going to dox Patriots Live when they've got they don't know which one? It's. You said big deal. There's 20,000 people in these groups, so it's a mass movement. It's not like a crackpot. So she doesn't really have anything. Patriot. She's just a normal person, normal Joe. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't already think that way. Maybe she even voted for us. She's friends with Tag. Not everybody puts their political ads on Facebook.
No, I wouldn't have probably excluded or anything. It's just when I saw the 30 something of them, I just went and said, "What's this?" And then I went down through them, and they all looked a bit. But I actually hadn't. I probably would have eventually. All I'm saying is that what happened was they all disappeared, and then I thought, okay, I realised that Cahill and Karen had cleared them, and then I figured they cleared them so fast. I figured that they hadn't had a conversation about anything to do with looking at them,
Yeah, they probably haven't, to be honest. But sure, we can.
But that's okay. That happened the night before. I wasn't there, but it's all right. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to kind of clear with you what's the way, how are we dealing with these? Are we lashing them in or lashing them out, or what are we at?
There's nothing obvious Antifa or lefty about that. No. I mean, there wouldn't be because Sarah McGuigan added her, and Sarah's cool. So, if I see one person, hang on, Kay.
Go on.
Sorry.
Where are you now? You've lost me. I thought it was Tig. Had put these in.
No, I was saying, look, if there's one person has added like a load of people, the person you look at first is the person who added them, and if that person is safe and sound, then you can nearly just go ahead and let them all in,
Right.
Yeah. You maybe look at a few to make sure that person wasn't having a bad day and just maybe added the wrong people. But the thing is, like, if they are Antifa, they wouldn't be adding a whole fucking rake of people.
No, and then there was the other thing.
It says obvious. It makes it obvious, so they would sneak one in or two friends in, or they wouldn't even. They know that we would be watching who they're adding, and then that if an Antifa guy adds 3 or 4 Antifa friends, and the Antifa guy is already in the group, then he's stupid if he goes adding Antifa friends, because we're gonna catch him because of the Antifa friends that he adds. Do you know what I mean? Because I've done this. This has actually happened, that an Antifa guy has tried to add some people, and the Antifa person was already in the group, and he somehow slipped in. But then the fact that he added 2 or 3 dodgy people, I looked at the dodgy people. Well, first of all, when I saw that he added people, I went and looked at him, and then I caught him. I caught him and took him out. Or you can catch him by looking at the dodgy people. And who would add somebody dodgy like this? And you go, and you can always see who's adding people. You see, so that gives us the trail back. So I think if the person who adds is cool, then we just go, maybe check a few of them. Check if it's like 30 people, nobody's going to expect you to check all 30. Just check 2 or 3 of them to make sure that person wasn't having a bad day. If they're cool, then let the rest of them all in. Sorry, one ahead.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I can't remember. I'm just saying that it was just that it was the whole thing of 30 of them coming in, none of them from Louth, none of them apparently patriots, and we hadn't actually thought about what do you do then with Louth? Do you just say, right, come on? And I suppose what I'm hearing you saying is, yeah, no, that's fine. We'll just let it grow, and they're not causing trouble. Maybe they will eventually shift to another or find another patriot group down the country closer to them, if that makes sense. And
100%.
And we're getting a message out. Like if 1 or 2 of them shares it, we're getting, with anybody, we're spreading the word. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, they're seeing with the concept of a local patriot group, because this is new to people. They don't know that these local patriot groups exist. Now, if they see it for Louth, they might be thinking, oh, there might be one for my area too, and they might go searching for it. And now I've showed you how to construct the link. There it is.
To the other groups.
It's just facebook.com /groups/patriots.
I've written it down here if I can keep it. I have it written down.
Brilliant. Okay, so this is for anybody listen to this video. This is how we can if you're talking to a friend who's not in one of our groups, then work out where they live, or you can ask them as well where they live, or you can also look at the about section here. About work and education sometimes tells you what schools they were at or where they're working, but certainly places.
Sometimes people have very little in it, but you.
Well, half the people do have something there, so that's a good way to.
And then sometimes you can see kind of.
Sometimes you can see from
even in the shops or things they like.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's all good. So I'm gonna stop recording now. Is there any questions or any more points you want to make, Kay? Maybe before we stop recording.
No, I'm fine with that now. I feel that's okay. I understand kind of what we're trying to do now with Louth.
Mm-hmm. Are you okay if I share this? Well, I'll just.
Yeah. If it's any use, yes, share it. It might shortcut some of the stuff.
It'll save me a lot of jaw work, and and time as well, so people can just watch that on their own. People that are in, it's only for people in the conversation, of course. It's not to go out to public consumption, because we've been looking at the inside of my Facebook, and I don't want people to know who I'm friends with, and I don't want people to know who are in these like closed groups, like the Louth closed groups. So it's not to go out. It's not to go out to the general public. Just for patriots that are involved in the nationalist community, the creation of local nationalist communities. Okay, cool. So let me go back to that. I'll stop recording and then stop sharing.
Okay.
So first of all, I'll stop. You stay on a wee second.
Okay.